I came to the museum to get some hands-on experience with objects. As a history student at the uni, I wanted some hands-on experience working with objects, because I think a lot at university you're writing essays, studying in the library, you're not actually engaging with like real history in a sense, like you're not using objects and researching, so that's why I wanted to be involved. And also to look at local history. I never knew anything about Egham before going to uni, so just wanted to engage with the local community. I think what surprised me most about the museum was how much stuff there was. There's just boxes and boxes of different objects, and they vary from like a plaster cast of a 20-pound fish to trophies, medals, and it's just such a variety of things you can explore. So at the moment, I've been researching the history of Cooper's Hill, specifically the Royal Indian Engineering College, and it was a trophy of a boat club that had won in a tournament. And so it started off with a local object, but then we could connect it to the Indian uprising in 1857 and all the connections with India. So I think it's really surprising that something that might appear as local has these wider connections to the world. So at the moment I've been looking at objects and finding out the story behind these objects. So I was looking at a palette knife which is for Nightingale chemists, which used to be on the high street. So I wrote up some research for it and it was eventually turned into a Twitter thread. And whilst researching I found an old photo of the building, and then I looked up what number it was on the high street, and I went outside and filmed the photo and then did a cutaway to the actual building today, which is something Stephen does a lot, so I thought it'd be interesting to see how the building's changed over the years. So there's lots of fun ways I'm able to communicate our research to the public. So the new skills I've learned are using indexes, so both photographs and objects, and really studying an object to find out who donated it, what was its use, how old it is, and really engaging with the object, which is something I haven't done before. I think it's given me a lot of patience as well, because sometimes it's not always easy to find out these things. You have to really go digging around the museum to find information. So a lot of patience and working with an object to the end to try and find a story. So volunteering at Egham Museum has made me more rounded as a historian in my academic journey at university. It's made me think more about what I'm doing and the impact it has on the public as well as just in the academic world. A lot of the objects I've been working with are very obscure and niche, and I think if I hadn't been doing research on them, the stories they can tell have been left untold. So I think it's just bringing these kind of small anecdotes of people's lives and the community into the public. So one example is a man in Thorpe called Jack caught a 20-pound fish, which was massive for 1947. And it made the local news and it was paraded around Egham and the local areas. So stories like this are important because they bring a bit of character and life to Egham's history, and stories like this make the town's history more personal, and it's just something I find really interesting and I love. From a student's perspective, I'd really encourage volunteering with the museum because I've gained so many skills that I can carry over into any career path. For example, adapting a writing style. Like at uni, you do very academic, formal writing styles, but at the museum, you make it more approachable and fun for people, the public, and something that people want to read and find interesting. So I found my volunteering experience really valuable, and I would encourage anyone to come by and get involved.